Welcome to today's cozy live stream. I think this is our 8th one in the series, which is really exciting. Last week, we created this character named Xander Pinkerton, part of the Pinkerton family, who is a family that we started on these live streams, basically the royal family. So all of these cozy creatures have been like sleepy time in pajamas or like little animal onesies, and it's been very fun. And last week we did something a little bit different. We did some creature roulette where I have a large purple silky hat, and we were putting in ideas for different elements of the creature, putting them into the hat and picking them out of the hat. So that was really fun, and I enjoyed that. We could do that again this week, but I also have one other little thing that's a bit different about this week. Let me just read the comments really quickly. Late, but hi. No, you're not late. I was 1 minute early this time. Can't do creature facts today because I'm at Disney. That's okay. That's so exciting, though. Okay, you guys. So while everyone's kind of joining the chat, I'm just going to go over the previous creatures we've made in this series. These are my creature cash Zoe dollars. I always show these on my live streams. They're going to become more relevant in the future, but for now, they're just my business cards. And if you guys want to do the creature roulette again, we can. But let's see. We're going to write down our ideas here. So as usual, I wish I was there for the roulette. Someone said we could do it again. We could do it again. That's definitely an option. Do you guys like my rings? I had some extra ones today. I have this like little iridescent purple turtle. I love her. The roulette was fun. We could do it again. But yeah, for those of you who have been here for a while or anyone who's new, you know that we always write down all of your ideas here. And basically the idea is I create the pose ahead of time, and then you guys come up with ideas for who we want to create, and then I draw live. So these are our past creatures from these cozy live streams. We have, like I said, Xander Pinkerton. A lot of times we create a cohort as well. So this one has a cohort named Spud. He's wearing like princess pajamas and a tiara. I feel like he's going to be a fan favorite. People really enjoyed creating him, and I had so much fun drawing him. Radicus Pinkerton, he also has a little cohort named Quack, who's a tiny little duckling, also part of the Pinkerton family, a rat-like person wearing a mouse onesie. So fun. Might not see the whole stream because I'm really tired. That's totally fine. Enid Clausen Thorn is a little owl character. Catechus Silverspoon is Radicus's, like, frenemy cohort, which is so fun. The rings are so cute, someone said. Thank you. And Lloyd Fauntleroy is our little fawn character. I know that you guys really enjoyed making, like, different characters with animal onesies, so we could do that again today. Scarlet Silverspoon. She is our little fox. She also has a cohort named Kit, who's another little miniature fox. And Periwinkle and his little cohort, who is a mushroom named Gus. And there's Flappicus the butterfly. I came up with this name, but he's kind of like a little emo porcupine creature who's Periwinkle. I like our little owl creature, someone says. I love her too. Let me know in the comments, you guys, which one is your favorite that we've made so far. Maybe your favorite creature we've made, but also potentially your favorite that like the most fun live stream, because some of the lives are really, really fun. I mean, all of them are fun, but sometimes we have like a particularly like a lot of inside jokes happening and stuff like that. Anyways, this is the pose that I've created for today's creature. And very simple. I didn't do the arms yet because, you know, sometimes we like to do something different with the arms, but he's facing a little to the side, a very large ear, a different shaped head, not really an egg head, but not really a circular head either. Yeah, we can do something fun with like the shoes. We can see the front of the shoe and the side of the shoe. And I decided I really want his name to be Chutney. So let's create a character named Chutney, you guys. That is kind of like something different. We play around with a lot of different ideas on here, but we've never had like me come up with a name first and then create the character surrounding the name. So I think Chutney's an adorable name. I think there's a lot of different directions we could go with it. So yeah, you guys, let's get started with the ideas and just get right into it. I feel like this is the fastest I've ever done an intro because we're only 4 minutes into the stream and we're already ready to start. So let's see what you guys are saying. Can today's creature be based off of a tanuki? Guys, what's a tanuki? Let's write down all the ideas and see what kind of comes to mind. And if things are really different, then we could do the creature roulette. I really liked Amanita's stream because it was really fun for the first time, someone said. I know, that was the first character I ever made on the live streams. She was a little mushroom fairy person. And yeah, that's kind of an iconic live stream. I don't think I could ever like delete that live stream because it's just, I don't know. It was my first ever try and it went so well. Chutney is crazy cute. Thank you. I love that name. Thank you. Can Chutney be a beaver or a chipmunk? That's a good idea. Let's write down the options. Beaver, chipmunk. It's funny because I love making creatures that have a lot of fuzzy hairs and tufts and fur, but like it takes me so long to make all of the fur. Not here, but when I do the final color version. But we still always come up with furry creatures because they're just so fun and so soft and cozy. And if you're new, by the way, or like just to remind you, we finalized the sketch on the stream. And then I create the final color version the next day and I share it on my shorts. And then I'll link it in the comments of this video. And I also will like add chapters and everything so that it's easier to watch if you want to share the stream with someone or just like zoom through it and kind of watch the process quickly. Yeah. And by the way, just to kind of gauge tomorrow a little bit, I am posting my long form video tomorrow. I know I've been saying it for so long, but I'm finally ready to post it tomorrow. It's a new creature series where I have 7 new creatures. So that will be tomorrow. So I'm not 100% sure that I'll be able to post Chutney final creature tomorrow. I think his final reveal will be on Monday. And tomorrow we're just going to do the new long form video. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope that that like works for you guys. He could have stripes, yes. You guys know I love stripes. A lot. I'm not wearing stripes today, but a lot of the times I am. Bye, April Foolery Stan is currently leaving because they're at Disneyland, so that's okay. I have to go, bye, that's fine. Tanukis are like little raccoon dogs. That's so cute. I'm gonna have to look that up just to get a little understanding of what that looks like. Bye. He could have a little mask. I like that idea too. Maybe they could have a big fluffy blanket wrapped around them. That's so cute. Yay, long form. Yeah, you guys, I'm sorry the long form has taken so long. I was talking about it in my Discord today. If you're not in the Discord, feel free to join. I have a link on my channel. I think I might need to update that link though. But it's just kind of like sometimes people, if you're wondering something, I might just like answer because I'll be there. But I did mention it today that it's just there's been other things going on, so it's taken me a little while, but tomorrow's the day. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. I think you're really going to like it. Okay, so while we're kind of deciding what exactly we're going to do, I think let's get started. I think I'm going to start drawing the expression. And you have a Discord, someone said? Yes, I actually have it linked in my bio on my YouTube channel. So if that link works, let me know. You can join the Discord. There's like a bunch of different, oh gosh, I'm not super well versed in Discord, you guys, but there's a bunch of different like chats going on in there. Like there's a general chat and then you can like have different, oh my gosh. Someone needs to, where's Straw Drago? That is our moderator for that and like the owner of that. I don't know, but that person does everything on the Discord and you can be part of any family that you want. I think you can either be a Malone, a Kaplan, or a St. Clair, and I think Pinkerton might be an option too. And then I'm there as well. And I know people introduce themselves. There's like an introduction chat and you can chat about Creature Nation or you can chat about your own other things, but yes, you do have to join. You can make the link never expire. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. He could wear a comically large bow in the back. Oh, I like that. I really like that. We haven't done a character with a bow in a while. Comically large bow. I'm glad that you guys like the name Chutney. So let's start with the expression. What are you guys thinking for the expression? I sent a permanent link in the general chat. Amazing. Can someone link that here so that April Foolery Stan can join? Hello, Zoe. Hello, y'all. Good night. Hi, Rosa. Thank you for joining. It's nice to see you. So last creature was very sleepy. Here we can see Xander Pinkerton was sleepy. So what are we thinking for today's expression? I think, I don't know, I kind of feel like this person should be like hopeful and looking upwards, since some of our last few have been a little bit more sly or sleepy or just inverted. Maybe this one could be a little bit extroverted. Probably won't work. Oh. Okay, you guys, if we can't post the Discord link here, I'm just going to update the link in my bio after this stream ends. So maybe a very happy expression. I'm kind of thinking that too. I don't think we have a cozy creature yet that's like super duper happy. Do we? I mean, Lloyd Fauntleroy is happy, but in kind of a coy way. And Radicus Pinkerton is also happy, but also in kind of like a mischievous way. So maybe this one could be like genuinely positive. YouTube doesn't like links in the chat. Okay, so since you just posted that in the Discord, I will go ahead and update the link in my bio after this stream ends. So April Foolery Stan, please join. Sometimes I pop in there to check in on you guys, and sometimes you guys chat on your own. What do we think of like extremely, exceptionally large eyes? Or we could do, okay, hold on, let me think for a second. Maybe more oval-shaped eyes? So that we can kind of see both a bit. Just gonna map these out, bear with me. I feel like this part is a little bit boring sometimes for you guys, because you just have to bear with me drawing the eye shape, but come up with more ideas in the chat so we can kind of get an understanding of exactly who we want to create. A little raccoon, or what did you call it? A tanuki? That sounds cute. I'm going to have to look it up for a little bit of reference, just because I can't picture in my mind what that looks like. Maybe a little clueless, naive, and a very silly, happy guy. I'm back. The Discord link doesn't work. Oh, I'm going to have to update it, but I don't want to do it while I'm on the stream. But thank you for drawing my attention to that, because I think someone has mentioned that before, and I just kind of forgot. So, yeah. Also, I personally have never used Discord before this, so I'm a little bit of a newbie when it comes to that. And yeah, Straw Drago is the, I guess, administrator is what you would call it. What do we think of this type of eye shape? The eyes are slightly different sizes, which I could keep or I could fix. Could be kind of fun. Okay. And then what I'm thinking is we'll have this person kind of looking upwards, and then like it'll be kind of hopeful and uplifting, and maybe we could even have something up here that he's looking up to. And what does the name Chutney kind of like induce for you guys? I like that idea a lot. Clueless, naive, and a silly, happy guy. Oh yeah, let's write that down. Clueless / naive. I mean, we could even put a cohort up here of some kind. Love how it's going. Thank you. The comically large bow and them being clueless / silly happy creature would go well together. Are we thinking a comically large bow on their head? We haven't done that in a while. Our last live stream creature that had a comically large bow was our yellow character, because we did a bunch of different colors of the rainbow, and she is Ellie Belly Bean Pinkerton. Maybe some thick eyebrows. I like that idea too. Okay, so let's have this person looking up. How I'm kind of picturing that is we'll have the eyelids. Like so. And then like that. you know? And then we should think about what the word chutney could be. Like, what type of person? Someone who's named Chutney. You know what I mean? You get what I'm getting at? Sorry, I was like drawing and trying to talk at the same time. I always lose my eraser, you guys. It's like really on its last legs. Anyway, what do we think of that sort of structure for the eye? Oh, thick eyebrows, yes. I think that one of my favorite live streams we've ever done was honestly last week's. I feel like we had so much fun. If you click the invite button next to the search bar in the server, there's an option under copy link to edit how long until it expires. You can click never. Okay, that's a good point. Chutney makes me think of mango. Sweet. I agree. Mango chutney does just like immediately come to mind. Let's now just kind of mirror this to make sure it's even. Like so. A lot of you guys have requested that I do fruit creatures, and we haven't done anything like that yet. So if mango is making you think of different fruit, we could come up with like, I don't know, some other sort of chutney, you know? Okay. I like that. I think that's actually coming together quite nicely. Now we're going to, before we decide on the eyelashes and stuff, because we always like to do very intentional choices for the eyelashes, whether that's wispy or none or straight out or like very furry eyelashes or more like mascara or pointy. We'll do that next, but let's first kind of get a feel for the rest of the face. Let's just pick a nose. So we could do that kind of nose, you know, from the side. We could do a little uppity nose, like that. Or we can do some sort of like downward nose, like that. And if we choose the nose from the side, there's a lot of other ways we can go with it as well. What do you guys think? Is mango chutney a dessert? I've never heard of it. Chutney is like a spread or a dip. Sometimes I have it with curry, someone said. Exactly. Never had it as a dessert, but you probably could. Oh, button nose. Okay, by button nose, do you mean the little uppity nose? Or the downward nose? I kind of like the downward nose, just for his face specifically. But you guys let me know. And then we can do, so the idea was like happy and silly, someone said, but also clueless / naive, a little bit, maybe a little bit gullible. I mean, honestly, I kind of like that, what I just did. Is it like acai? I'm from Brazil and we have two kinds of acai. In the north one, salty and hot, goes with fish, and the south one, cold and sweet, and mostly goes with fruits and stuff. Chutney, I feel like, can be sweet or salty, depending on what kind of chutney it is. And it's like, in my opinion, it's like a spread or a dip that you can like put on crackers and such. It's not acai, no. Like, it comes in a jar. And isn't it such a good name, you guys? Anyway, let me know what you think of this expression. And now for the lashes, like, what are we thinking? Like I said, we could do wispy. I'll show you guys kind of some different examples. Like, Radicus just has, like, long wispy lashes that are there only on the outer corners. Lloyd Fauntleroy has, like, hairy lashes, but they're, like, small and curled. Xander Pinkerton just has a straight out lash, no extra lashes. Periwinkle, they're short. They kind of look like they have mascara on them. Definitely not wispy. Scarlet has straight wispy lashes. Catechus just has like the furriest lashes in the world. And same with Enid Clausen Thorne, other than the fact that hers are kind of more curled and his are a bit more like whoosh, you know, if that makes sense. The face is cute and the name. Thank you. My slushie is giving me a brain freeze. Oh my gosh, what flavor is it? Maybe that's the flavor of chutney we should make. Eating fries right now. Are you at Euro Disney or one of the ones in America? I'm curious to know. Okay, guys, what are we thinking for the eyelashes? Disney World in Florida. So fun. Hi, Candy. I've never seen you before. Are you new? It's probably late for Europe. True. I guess it wouldn't really make sense to be at Disney this late if you're in Europe. Anyways, you guys, what are we thinking for the lashes? I think if you guys don't decide, I'm probably just going to decide, which is also totally fine. First, I'm just going to make the eyelid a little bit shaded. Yes. Nice to see you. So basically we draw these cozy creatures. We do these little sketches on the live stream. These are some previous ones we've made. We always create like a cozy sleepy time character. A lot of them have animal onesies. And you guys come up with a bunch of ideas. I write them down over here. And then we kind of just work together to create a character. And then I show you guys the final color version later after the stream ends. Usually it's the next day, but this time it's going to be Monday because I'm posting a long form video tomorrow with 7 new creatures. I hope that updates you. Yeah. Maybe like Xander's lashes. I like them. Welcome, Candy. Welcome to Creature Nation. I hope that you stay for a while. I kind of forgot what the lashes look like. Could you show some? I did just show some. Radicus has like long wispy lashes, but only a few, and they're only on the outer corners. Periwinkles he looks like he's wearing mascara. Like they're kind of short. They're not wispy. Xander Pinkerton, they're just straight out, no extra lashes. Enid Clausen Thorn, they're like very furry and like curled. Catechus Silverspoon has like the furriest lashes in the world, but they're more like just whooshing instead of like curling upwards. Scarlet Silverspoon, they're less lashes, but they're more kind of straight out. And then Lloyd Fauntleroy has like very curly, fuzzy lashes, but they're quite short. You know, it's kind of just a different array of lash ideas. What are we thinking for this one? The lashes could be downward and long and straight like a giraffe one. That's a cute idea. I like that. Okay, people are agreeing. Okay, that's a good idea. I like, guys, giraffe. Giraffe. Onesie. Just a thought. Okay, let's try that. So it would be like long and straight and going down. It kind of fits with sort of the droopy eyelids. Kind of like that. I like that. What do you guys think? Is this kind of what you meant? They could even like go down here. I kind of like that. Oh, wait, that's like really cute actually. What do you guys think? And then we can do some on the bottom. Ooh, the eyelashes do look so cute. Thank you. What about a belt? Giraffe blanket. That's a cute idea too. And someone said fuzzy eyebrows. So I think to kind of keep this look that he has, this expression, his eyebrows will need to be kind of like far out and kind of surprised, you know? So I think someone wanted, did we say thick lashes? Thick eyebrows, sorry. So maybe some sort of thick eyebrows like this. That's kind of how I'm picturing them. It's still a little bit surprised and excited, you know? Like that. Wait, that kind of turned out perfectly. I kind of like that he's bald, but let's decide. The eyelashes make him look sleepy. They do. Hear me out. Giraffe onesie that have antennas. Yes. Also, giraffes do have like short little like antlers almost. Like they have ears and then also antlers. So that could be cute. I'm going to write down that option. Giraffe onesie. And I'll write down antennas as well. Wait. Guys, antenna only has one N right here. I'm sorry. My bad. Yes, bald. Candy, for just a little bit of lore, since you're new, some people really like when I make bald characters, and we have this one character named Wig Snatch Plotkin. Well, her name's Marilyn, and the concept is that she is bald and then she like steals people's hair. She's like a villain. Love. Okay, great. So, okay, let's just really think about this. Okay, before we get started on like the onesie or the outfit or whatever it is that we decide to do, let's kind of decide what this person's arms are going to be doing. So my thought was like, either he could be like arms crossed or like holding, like kind of hugging himself or hugging something. You know what I mean? LOL. Giraffes have, wait, what? Is that what those are called? Those little horns? Is that what those are called? Apparently. Oh, okay. So you guys, I'll show you kind of what I'm thinking for the arms. Kind of like, bear with me. I feel bad, you guys, when I stop talking, but sometimes I have to focus for a second in order to draw. So I was thinking we could do a little arms crossed because it's kind of like shy in a way, but he could also be holding something. Where's my eraser? Here we go. And then it will sort of just start to become maybe like a little more shoulder there. This is just a little bit maybe boring for you guys to watch, but there we go. Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. Then obviously we would remove these extra lines. And yeah, just a thought. Just a thought. Oops. Like that. What do you guys think? He could be hugging a cohort. Exactly. Unbearably cute. Thank you. I like your art style. Thank you. Go check out the rest of my channel. I have a ton of characters, and it's also kind of like low commitment to watch some of my videos because I do a lot of shorts. They're all under a minute, and I create like an entire character and explain, and they're within a series, and you can watch a couple and see if you like the creature universe. I love cohorts. I love cohorts so much, especially the animal ones. Thank you, Nico. I love cohorts too. He could be holding a cohort. If he was holding a cohort, you guys, like, who would be a good cohort for Chutney? Oh, guys, also random stuff I want to say. I think a wall fell down near my house because it made a super duper loud noise. Well, I hope that everything's okay. Hi, CL. I've never seen you before. Are you new? I've never seen you in my chat, but basically we're creating a cozy creature together. You guys come up with a bunch of ideas. We write them down over here so you can kind of see what direction we're going if you're just now joining the chat. And we just kind of finished the expression. We decided he's like kind of naive and gullible, but happy. And he's looking up at something. We're not sure what yet. Probably bald, potentially wearing a giraffe onesie. We'll see. I even thought it was a thunder. Maybe it was. I saw some. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Maybe a snake. Guys, I don't think Chutney would be holding a snake. Do you? I don't know. Oh, and for whoever's new, Chutney is his name. We're deciding before, which we don't usually do. Usually you guys come up with a name after, but Chutney will be his name, and I don't know, we can come up with a good last name as well. But some characters don't like need a last name because they kind of just speak for themselves, but most of the characters do have a last name. Okay, guys, so do we like the arm pose? Even though we might change it to holding a cohort, I think at least it's kind of like, it's cozy, you know, it's kind of like demure. He's either hugging himself or hugging someone or just kind of subdued. So I like this. Now let's think about the rest of the outfit because giraffes are herbivores. This community feels comforting. Thank you. That makes me feel so happy. I love that. We try to create a very cozy, comfy environment where everyone's just like, I don't know, all the characters are just like fuzzy and sometimes a little bit bizarre, sometimes a little bit off kilter, but I feel like there's really creatures for everyone to relate to. And that's why it's the Creature Nation. Demure, exactly. Exactly. Demure would be a good name for someone, I feel like. Because if you're new or you don't know, like a lot of my characters are within a series, and a lot of it's like wordplay related. Like I come up with words in a category. Like for example, the first series I ever did was Creature Week. So of course we have Monday Goldberg, Tuesday Malone, Wednesday Gutierrez, etc., etc. So most of the creatures have names that are something or like wordplay. So Demure could be a good name for someone. Maybe a Dumont. Chutney Barnaby, someone said. Demure is so charming. Thank you. Yes. Okay, guys, let's decide. Are we thinking, should we go the giraffe route or something giraffe-esque? And if we do a bald person, you know, just because they're bald doesn't mean they don't have to have other accessories upon their head. This person could have a crown, which would make Chutney a Pinkerton. Could be. Or, because all the Pinkertons are the royal family. Or he could have like some ears. As you can see, a lot of the creatures have their own ear peeking out of sort of the onesie, or just because they're creatures. And then also the animal ears. So we could do that. Or we could also do those little giraffe horns. Like, I'm picturing a giraffe horn to be kind of like, I'll just kind of, like maybe just honestly like something like that, you know? Like a teensy weensy little antler. Like, you know? And then if he also had ears, they could just be like little floppy ears like this. I don't know. Kind of looks like someone from Arthur. Did anyone of you guys watch Arthur? Giraffe-esque. Did I say giraffe-esque, or is someone else saying that? Could he be French? As in Chutney Demure. Definitely could be French. I'll write down Demure. I feel like Demure is like a word that's coming up a lot. This is how you guys spelled it. That's how you guys spelled it. Make him a beaver. We do have a beaver up option. That's potential. I want a giraffe blanket. Okay, let's think how we would add a blanket. He could be, okay, you guys know Linus? I don't know if anyone knows Linus. I mean, you should. Because he could be like holding a blanket that's like trailing behind. You know, like a baby blanket that trails along behind him. I don't know, just a thought. Same blanket, or maybe something else. We could also have the blanket wrapped around him, which actually would make sense based upon the way that he's like crossing his arms. Would be cute. What if he had a big blanket like over his shoulders and was sort of cradling his cohort and keeping it warm in the blanket? Guys, cradling the cohort, that is the cutest. And if you're new and you're like, why does everyone keep saying cohort? It's just a thing here. It's just a thing. If someone is a partner in crime, a sibling, a spouse, a pet, they're a frenemy, they're cohorts. So we love to make cohorts on here. And usually the cohorts on these live streams come in the form of like a smaller character, like a little rat cohort, or, you know, maybe like a little fox cohort. He could wear giraffe spotted overalls. That's so cute. Can his name be Chutney Demure? It's an option. Okay, so what do we think of the blanket trailing behind? No, I feel like no one's really like vibing with that. And also just ignore the fact that my erasers have been, like, they've really seen better days. And, you know, that's gonna change. I'm probably gonna have to get new erasers soon, but anyways. And also, if you're new in the chat, I will reveal a full color version of this creature on Monday on my YouTube shorts, and I will link it in the comments. Little ears are so cute. Love mini antlers and ears. You guys think I should keep these? This was just like a really quick sketch, but I feel like if we're going the giraffe route, it kind of makes sense. I mean, probably, should his neck be longer if he's a giraffe? It's just that I don't know. I don't know if that's really going to work. I'd also have to redraw a lot of things. I'm back. Hi, April Foolery Stan. All you missed is that we have his arms crossed, which means he's either going to just kind of be demure like this, or kind of hugging himself, or cradling a cohort. So yeah. What about a moth cohort? Guys, what do you think of a moth cohort? Let's do a little category right here. Cohort ideas. Cohort ideas. Okay. For one, we have moth. That's cute. Love that. Short neck looks fine. Okay, that's fine. Giraffe spotted overalls. Guys, I really want to, I would love to make him a giraffe. These are just kind of like placeholders. Like I could make them different, but I actually kind of like the way that they turned out. So I think that his ear would sort of come out of his head like this. Sometimes I crack myself up with like the little traits that we add to the characters. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. And then he could have just like one tuft that kind of goes forward like that. Is that fun? I feel like that's the perfect tuft. I love moths. Moths are so cute. Moth wing cape. Guys, I like the idea of a moth wing cape, but I don't think it matches the giraffe idea, frankly. But it also doesn't matter because creatures. You know what I mean? So really anything's on the table. And also, what do you think of his regular ear? Do we like that it's kind of large and low down? I like it. But you guys let me know if you feel like it's overpowering or like maybe he needs an earring. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't need an earring. But sometimes some of them are kind of emo and like have some piercings and stuff, which could be fun as well. I love that April Foolery Stan is literally at Disney World and is watching. Like, thank you for chiming in. OMG, yes, that's the perfect tuft. Oh, I love this community. The fact that you have a concept of like the perfect tuft, it just means you're in the right place. You know what I mean? Yes, that's the perfect tuft. That'd be so cute, actually. Giraffe with wings. Wait, guys, do you actually like that idea of the giraffe with wings? Like, we could do moth wings. Like, gosh, okay, wait. I think I might actually need to look up a reference for moth wings. Hey, what we could also do is, since you guys wanted a blanket, the moth wings could be wrapped around him. Don't moths kind of like, I subbed. Thank you for joining. I'm so excited that you're part of the Creature Nation, and I can't wait to share this final creature with you and for you to see my long form video. And if you want to get caught up on the Creature Nation, genuinely watch my long form video called I Drew 100 Creatures in 100 Days. And it kind of just gives an entire synopsis on like what happened, all the creatures, or like I shout out a bunch of the characters and show them and just kind of explain all of the kind of how we got here. So that's a fun video to watch if you want to be updated. It's also just fun. I really did draw. I drew 163 creatures in 133 days and we documented it. So it's very fun. I recommend it. But tomorrow I'm posting my long form, which is the start of a new series, because all my creature series have pretty much been on shorts and we're starting to do that in long form. So tomorrow will be 7 new creatures in a creature series video in long form. Anyways, I need to stop. The giraffe wings seem too weird. Okay. You know, I'm open to that possibility. Giraffe with wings sounds cute. Yes, no thank you, moth wings, blanket. I know it's a really fun idea actually. I just don't know if we can pull it off because the thing is if we do that, he's basically going to be cocooned. Like we don't really have much then to do with the rest of the outfit. But we could do moth wings for another creature and I could kind of keep that in mind more when I create the pose beforehand. I mean, if we decide not to do the moth idea, it's definitely an option for a future creature since they're literally such cozy animals and would look awesome. I agree. Just in case. I completely agree. I can't wait for the October creature. Oh my gosh, guys, that's so soon. If you're new and you don't know what that means, basically I have an ongoing series called Creature Months where I create a creature on the first, or at least at the beginning of every month. It should be the first of every month, but I have done it a couple days later sometimes. And we add to the Creature Month series, and they all have the name of that month. You may notice April Foolery Stan in the chat. Yes, April Foolery was the April creature. We have January Zemova, February Schmelter, March O'Malley, April Foolery, May Flanagan, June Bug, July Jones, August Schweitzer, and September Sullivan. So yes, on October 1st, we'll meet October. You guys will find out what her last name is. And guys, also for October, we really need to get thinking because I will be doing some appropriately festive fall characters. We're going to continue the Ghostlies. Oh my gosh, there's so much lore on this channel, but basically I have a series called Creature Answer where I literally have, I think there are 26 creatures that are all sort of like answers to questions. like we have absolutely and surely and kinda and sorta and maybe. And we also created one called Mostly Ghostly, who's a transparent little ghostly character. And we're going to continue the ghostly family in October. So that will be fun. Anyways, I need to stop talking so much. We need to continue the drawing. Can he be a beaver wearing a giraffe fur overalls? Guys, that's a cute idea. I want to make a giraffe onesie or giraffe pajamas. You guys, moth wings hang straight down like a cape. So it could be like, hold on, let me could be like that for the wings. Like, kind of like that. I might have to change that a bit, but that's kind of, I think, what you'd be picturing. And also the wings, if we do the wings could have a giraffe print. I just don't know if it's going to be super clear what's going on, to be honest. But yeah, we could have them kind of hanging down like this. And then they could be fuzzy. One, because he's giraffe-like, but also because, aren't moths fuzzy? Hey! Don't moths kind of have like antennas that kind of resemble these little antennas? Because these could be fuzzy like a moth. Like, I don't know. I haven't even looked at the chat to see if you guys like this yet, but let me just finish my thought by continuing to finish the fuzz before I check. Okay, I think that's kind of what you guys, we can't really have, I mean, I guess we could have them wrap around. It'd be different. October creature could have a moth cape. True, but I already have an idea for the October creature. Halloween, he could be wrapped in moth wings, Halloween creature or seasonal creature. What about moth wings pointed up and out like they're trying to fly? That's an option. A beaver wearing giraffe fur overalls and a moth wing cape. Guys, if he's a beaver, then I feel like he has to have teeth that are like prominent in some way. Moths are very fuzzy. They do have antennas, I think. I love the wings down. Take back what I said before. I'm a brainstorm ideas. Thank you. Guys, what do we think? I think while we're sort of deciding on the idea of the wings, which we could do a moth character another time. I don't know. But let's start getting started on the outfit. So if we do a giraffe onesie, let's really think about this. Let's kind of remove some of the lines so we can just work with the canvas of the outfit. I'm so excited for you guys to see the 7 new creatures I made tomorrow. They're so fun. I like how he looks. Thank you. Guys, I have to go. I'm sorry. I bet Chutney will turn out perfect as the others. Thank you. Don't forget to check back. You can always zoom through the video once you come back to just see how he turned out, and of course to see the final creature on my shorts on Monday. I think an IRL a giraffe with oversized moth wings would be so funky. So funky. Bye. Okay. What was it just doing? Bye. Oh my gosh, it's 6:44 Eastern Standard Time already. So I'm going to start creating the idea for the onesie. So I think if we did a giraffe onesie, we could kind of have, this will kind of be the middle line, like maybe this is where it would be like sewn up or zipped up. And we would do like, trying to think exactly what giraffe spots look like. They're a little bit uneven, but not as like sort of misshapen as like cow spots. I feel like they act a little bit more like a puzzle. You know what I mean? And then we'll shade them in a little bit. What do you guys think? Does this kind of look like giraffe spots? Kind of like that. Almost like Pangea. You know, like they used to be one and now they're separate. And we'll just outline them. Guys, I think this is fun. But it's up to you if you want to do the giraffe idea. But I think... Oh, and someone said overalls, so we could turn it to overalls at the top. And then I'm not really sure what you'd want to do for the feet. What about like little platforms? Like, just like a little platform shoe. What if you add small spots in some areas? Oh my gosh, we're already on the same page. Wait, it's same. It's also 6:44 for me, p.m. We go by Eastern Standard Time on here because I feel like a big majority of my audience is Eastern Standard Time. So, yes. Moth wings can be fanned out more at the bottom like a cape. Like, wait, sorry, there's fuzz. Like that? Guys, I don't know. Should we do the wings? Can he please? Oh my gosh. Hi, Silly. I haven't seen you in a while. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Very much like a puzzle. Giraffe spots are really close together, I believe, like a puzzle. Hi. Basically, we're creating a giraffe onesie type character. He's kind of demure, and he's bald with just like a tuft, and he's just giraffe-like. Someone keeps saying beaver, so let's think. Can you please be a beaver wearing a giraffe fur overalls and a mothwing cape? I actually do like that idea. What do you guys think? Cute platform hoofs. Wait, what kind of hoofs do giraffes have? One of our characters does have hoofs. I think it's Lloyd Fauntleroy. Busy with my Halloween costume stuff, someone said. What are you being? That's fun. It's cool. Yes, beaver would be too much in my opinion. Okay, guys, put a beaver in the chat if you think I should have him be a beaver. But the thing is, I don't think a ton will change if he's a beaver because he already has ears, so that's kind of like that. The only thing I think that we would really need for a beaver is really the tail. I feel like that's the defining factor of a beaver, and also the teeths. Giraffes have split hoofs. Doctor Who. Ooh, which Doctor Who? Like which? Oh gosh, I'm not like a Doctor Who, person, but I am fully aware of like all of it. Which Doctor Who is your favorite Doctor Who? I do know that enough to ask that question. I'm going to quickly look up giraffe hooves just to kind of get a sense of what they look like. Okay. So they're not quite the same as Lloyd Fauntleroy's. They're more like, let's see if we can do this. They're kind of like we could honestly keep the shape of the foot and just add that, which I guess you wouldn't really see it from the side. Well, I guess you could do a little that kind of thing. Guys, is that fun? I kind of like that. And then what we would do, hold on. This is kind of what I was thinking. We'll have them be kind of like this. And then the platform can go up a little bit. It's very subtle, but like it works. And then of course, they'll be a little shaded. And then platform. The platform could be a little darker since they're hoofs. What do we think? Does that kind of like get it across? Does it? That's so fun. I guess they could be a little bit more pointed. Could they be a little more pointed? Like a little bit more like, it's just, I don't know if that's going to come, okay. I don't know if that's going to come across quite. They're a little bit stylized. They're a little more stylized just because of the shape of the shoe that I did, which I personally kind of like. So I kind of want to keep it that way, but let me know what you guys think. Shalka Doctor, the third Doctor are my faves. That cape touching the floor. That's such a cute character. What is it? Hi, book lover. Nice to see you. Okay, so this is Chutney. He's our cozy creature. He's kind of wearing a giraffe onesie, and we're considering moth wings. But we're not 100% certain yet. but like kind of a moth wing cape. Or he could not have that. We could do a moth character another time. But we're kind of trying to figure out that at the moment. And then he has little hoofs and he has a little giraffe outfit. So I think if it was like hitting the floor, honestly, I feel like it wouldn't go out this far on this side. I think, okay, quickly before I redraw, this is what he's looking like without the moth wings. And then if we have the moth wings going all the way down to the floor like a cape, it'd be kind of like that. Like that. You know? So drop your thoughts in the comments. Okay. I like the giraffe idea if you're going with the cape. Hi, book lover. Hi. Book lover is someone that found my channel through my live stream. So I really appreciate that you keep coming back. I'm usually on at this time. If you keep doing the live at this time, I want to watch them. I always do these lives, you guys, at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturdays. And if you enjoy this live, you can watch the other lives or like kind of just go through them. They have chapters and everything, so you can kind of just like speed through and see the drawing. In my playlist called Live Creatures, I have all the live streams, and then like after each live stream, the actual finalized creature plays. So you could kind of pop through that if you want to see more lives, or you could just binge the lives. But I know it's more fun to like be engaged in the lives while they're happening. I'm just saying you can kind of see how the process has progressed over time, and just like each time kind of how we do it. Because this formula has kind of like become more perfected as we've done the lives. Zoe always does lives around 6 p.m. Yes. Yippee, they look like sandals. Yeah, they kind of do. Hat, question mark, someone says. Guys, what do you think? Does he need a hat? I kind of like his tufts as they are. Chutney, cute. His little antlers really get me. Okay, I'm glad you like the antlers. I love them. Chutney, okay. Yeah, Chutney. I came up with the name Chutney, and I said we should make someone named Chutney. So that's why that's his name. Not bad without the wings. I think he needs something around him, whether it's moth wings or not. Okay. I mean, we could add another element to his outfit, you know, like he could be wearing a tutu on top of his onesie or something like that. Guys, I kind of like that these spots are stopping kind of here because it kind of makes room for like a little belly. And instead of a onesie, this could just be his body. Kind of like Lloyd Fauntleroy, where we don't really like see, I don't know, where the onesie ends. Like it kind of just is him. And I'm also going to add some more fuzz, just a teensy bit. I just feel like we need like a little layer of fuzz, you know, ever so slightly. And then I believe giraffes have a little tail. So maybe just the tiniest tail like that. Does that kind of, what do giraffe tails look like? Do they have fuzz at the end? Can someone confirm or deny if a giraffe tail has like fuzz at the end, or like, is it just kind of like a little nub? I think he needs something. Oh, I like him a lot both ways, but I prefer the without the wings. Okay, you guys, let's put in the chat. Do stars in the chat if you want him to have moth wings, and do, I don't know. Do moons in the chat if you don't want moth wings. I'm drawing too. Yay, what are you drawing? I love when you guys draw at the same time as me. It's so fun. It's like so community vibes. Maybe a blanket instead. Could be a blanket. I don't know if that's going to come across. They do have fuzz. Their tails have little tufts on the end. They're thin and long with a tuft. Okay, that's helpful. I could look it up, but it'd be more fun if you guys just told me. So how about this? Is that kind of what we're thinking? Or less like the tail is wagging, we could have it more just be like kind of there. Just kind of like fuzz. Guys, it could be kind of like Eeyore's tail. Like, doesn't Eeyore have a bow around his tail? Guys, tell me that's not cute. I don't know if that's what you guys would want, but like, I feel like that's kind of fun. One of our rats has a bow around his tail. Okay, let's see the chat. Okay, it's looking like moons. Okay, guys, I think we might do the wings on another creature. I don't know. I really like the idea of the moth wings. But I do feel like he's kind of cute without them as well. So, for our mothwing character, I can really sort of plan like what exactly that pose will be to make the moth wings look the most authentic. It's like an elephant tail with a tuft sort of thing. Is this kind of accurate? It works. The tuft kind of goes into a point. Oh, I see what you're saying. Thank you for this important description of a giraffe tail and the tuft specifically. Okay, so that's kind of what it would look like if, kind of like a paintbrush that like hasn't yet been messed up. Eeyore mentioned, yes. The bow would be adorable. What do you guys think of the bow? Okay, what is that red face exactly? Are you not liking it? Are you not liking the tail? Be honest. We can accept constructive criticism in the chat. We want the best creature we can make. Do a moth creature next, maybe. Yes, I think it's on theme. I agree. Can he be a beaver with giraffe for overalls? Do you guys want this to be overalls? And if he's a beaver, you guys, the tail, I think, would be the key difference. If we do a moth, can we have it have a lamp? Oh, that's such a good idea. Guys, we haven't really done many inanimate objects as cohorts, but he could have an inanimate object that's a cohort, like a light bulb or something. That would be fun. The tail should be a little longer if you want to make it perfect. Guys, do we think it should be longer? It could also go all the way down to the ground. Like, oh wait, I kind of like the way this tail looks, but what do you think? Yes, no, I like it. I was trying to find one that was thinking. The legs look very giraffe-y. I think he's really cute the way he is. Okay, guys, thank you. Honestly, we're kind of getting close to being done if you guys like this. So I think I might just add like another couple little spots here and there. What do we think is missing? What do we think we need to add? Because honestly, I feel like he's kind of perfect. Should he have any earrings? Should he have any jewelry? What are we thinking for accessories? What are we thinking for cohorts? Stuffed animal cohort. That's an option. That is a really good option. Maybe just a bit more of a round tail tip. Just a bit. Okay, guys, should the tail be longer? That would fit so well. Okay, are we talking about the stuffed animal cohort? If so, let's kind of think about that. I think the shape of a stuffed animal cohort would kind of have to be like this so we can see what it is. Could even be like this, kind of like it's being squozen around the middle, you know? I feel like that's kind of the shape it would have to take. And then I'm not sure what exactly type of stuffed animal, but could have like ears that dangle. Like I just feel like in terms of proportion, that would make sense, you know? To do something along those lines. The shape just kind of works. What are we thinking? Earrings. Okay, what kind of earrings? Like, for some reason, I just don't feel like he's alternative. I don't think he's going to have, like, ear cuffs. I feel like he's more innocent. So if he did have an earring, I feel like it would, like, literally be, like, just a little hoop or something. I don't know. Or maybe a stud. He could have a stud. He could have, like, a little, I don't know, like a star stud or something. I have to go, but I can't wait to see this when you post next. Bye and have a good night. Thank you for joining. Thank you for checking in. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people here. Can the cohort be a beaver? Guys, thoughts on the beaver cohort? Beaver? Maybe like a button eye old childhood stuffed animal that's well loved. Exactly. Okay, so let's kind of play this out. That means we'd have to erase what's going on up here so that we can see the stuffed animal cohort. Like, kind of. Let's see. Then we'll have to erase down here. And then, yes. Perfect. So he'll kind of extend out like that. I really do like this, the idea of him hugging. Ignore how grimy this eraser looks, you guys. It's been very well loved. Okay. Guys, it kind of looks like a jelly bean. There we go. All right. Giraffe, like some kids have dolls. Okay. So I'm not exactly sure how this is going to be, but I think we can do like, kind of like, could be looking up. Or those could be button eyes. And then he could have ears. Like, he could be kind of like a nondescript animal. Because I feel like that's how a lot of stuffed animals kind of are. Like this. Oh, you guys can hear my doggy in the background. I think he should be smiling. Then he could have like little feet. Wait, this almost kind of looks like he's hugging him back, which is kind of fun. I don't know. What do we think? Emotional support beanbag, literally. I'm making dog food. How does that, what do you mean? No, it literally is like an emotional support beanbag. Gonna try and make this make as much sense as possible. Let's do like, gonna try to make this face be super duper cute. I'm thinking, I really want him to be looking up. Like that. Then you could have lashes. And a little nose. A little tail. Or. Hold on, you guys. It needs a little trial and error. OMG, I'm getting up. Nom nom. Share with the class. Yeah, I need to understand, like, are you just creating a meal for your dog, or are you making dog food from scratch? I feel like that's an important differentiation. Maybe like this. Is that cute? You guys, I don't know. I kind of need your guidance on this. Because he's kind of just like little emotional support beanbag vibes, like someone said. So I need to know what we should kind of like guide his shape to become, you know? Here we go. Maybe that. A little smaller. And we could kind of have feet that are like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. What's not making sense? I feel like something's not quite making sense. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna check the chat. Maybe stubby little legs. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish, but I'm not really getting like exactly what I want it to be. Or do we even like the ears? Like, should I do different kinds of ears? Should I make him a mini giraffe stuffed animal? You know? Like, what if we... What if he is just sort of a nondescript jelly bean? Like, what if he has kind of like a big jelly bean cohort that's like kind of see-through? Do you know what I mean? Like, isn't this kind of fun? I don't know if you guys can see this. But like, isn't that kind of a fun idea? And he could be kind of transparent, you know? Then we could kind of see what's going on, like see through. Like, what if he was like a hot pink jelly bean? Is that crazy? Or iconic? Because I feel like it's kind of iconic. Jelly bean. Guys, what do you think? I feel like that's so fun. Like, he's squeezing a jelly bean and it could be see-through, which is something I can accomplish when I'm masterpiece. Thank you. Which is something I can accomplish when I'm adding the color. What do you think, guys? Like, I'm kind of really happy with that idea. He's kind of simple, but I like him. Okay, Chutney. Guys, does he need a last name? Absolutely. Thank you. I love. Okay, so I'm just gonna make a little note. Jelly bean cohort. And you guys, the jelly bean's name could be Jelly, because it's like chutney and jelly. Like, they're two different kinds of things. Absolutely bean. Yeah, so it could be chutney and jelly. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of fun. Surprise us with a last name. I could do that, you guys. We could do that. We've never done that on these before, on these lives, but I could come up with a last name and tell you guys when I reveal the final creature. Chutney bean. That would be fun. Okay, and then kind of lastly, before we sort of start winding down, what do you guys think the color scheme should be? Are we going classic giraffe, like sort of like a mustardy yellows and oranges, and like a little bit neutral tones, or I was giving my dogs the food and making myself a snack. So fun. So we decided that the cohort is going to be a jelly bean that he's squeezing, and the cohort jelly bean is going to be kind of see-through. So like when I share with you guys the final creature, which I will do in color, just like all my other creatures, you'll be able to see that he's a little bit transparent. And okay, orange. So right now we're just deciding on like what colors we're going to do. So I personally think the jelly bean should be like hot pink or like yellow or orange, like somewhere in there, maybe orange. And then we're deciding on like what color he's going to be. Like, are we going for a classic giraffe color scheme? I kind of think we should, just because that only makes sense. Because this just like the way that I kind of drew like the arm squeezing this creature that he's holding, he just looks like a jelly bean. So I feel like it makes sense. Mango flavored jelly bean, that's such a good idea. The jelly bean cohort I think will be named Jelly because we have chutney and jelly. That would just make sense. And orange, yellow, brown, and blue. Oh, okay, we could also do classic giraffe colors for him. And then the jelly bean could be like really different. Like it could be green or blue. Blue is a good jelly bean color. I guess I'll just kind of have to use my best judgment to decide what looks the best once I've added all the color. I'm just gonna make these a little bit darker just to make the sketch pop out a bit. Like so. You guys, this is so much fun. I love these live streams. And if you're enjoying this and you're new, please come to my next live stream. Next Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every Saturday. Orange bean like a baked bean. Okay, guys, I'm just going to use my best judgment to decide when I do the final colors what color we're going to do for the jelly bean. But we'll do classic giraffe colors for he himself. Okay, you guys, I think we're pretty much done. This has been very successful. We created this character named Chutney. Also, the name Chutney kind of matches the color scheme. I accidentally just got pen on here. Anyways, this is all the ideas that we came up with. This is our final character named Chutney with his jelly bean cohort named Jelly, I think is going to be the cohort's name. I might come up with a last name for Chutney if it makes sense. But I also Chutney is kind of a good name in and of itself. So he could be a one-name person. But I think we've pretty much completed this character, you guys. This has been so much fun. I love doing these live streams. Be sure to check my channel tomorrow because I will be posting my long form video, which is a new creature series with 7 new characters, starting a new series of long form videos. October 1st, we're going to be meeting up my October creature for my Creature Month series. In October, we'll be doing some more October themed characters, as well as continuing with the creature series that I'm starting in this next video. Hopefully I'll be able to get the next video in that series up in October, and check back on Monday to find the finalized colorized version of Chutney and his jelly bean cohort. I think that's all for now. Also tomorrow, if you want to watch this live stream or share it with anyone, I'll be adding chapters and making it just easy to view. So I will see you guys next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining, you guys. This has been so much fun. I absolutely love doing these live streams. And I will see you next week. I don't know where to put my hands. I will see you guys next week, as well as on my channel tomorrow and Monday. So be sure to check back. Bye, guys.